Welcome to Picture Healer channel. In this video, I'd like to talk about how to select an auspicious day to start the construction. This is based on the Chinese lunar calendar or the feng shui calendar. There are many basic principles to select an auspicious day. And for the starting of construction, we also look at the directions. So the first principle, when you are selecting an auspicious day for any event, you have to look at your own birth year. And more specifically, it's related to your animal sign. We know the animal sign is related to the 12 earthly branches. And the traditional Chinese timing system is based on the combination of the 10 heavenly stems and the 12 earthly branches. And there will be totally 60 combinations. So we know this year, 2024, is a year of Jia Chen. And the Jia is a heavenly stem and the Chen is earthly branches. And every month there is also a combination of heavenly stem and earthly branches. And every day on the Chinese calendar, we also have a combination of the stem branch. And based on your own birth year or your animal sign, you know your own earthly branch. And then based on the 12 animal sign chart, there will be compatible and incompatible animal signs. And in another word, it's also the compatible and incompatible earthly branches. For example, if your animal sign is rat and the 180-degree cross from you is the horse sign, so the horse and rat are incompatible, or we say it's conflicting. When it's 180 degrees across from you, it's the conflicting sign. First thing, we have to avoid the date or time or the year related to that earthly branches. So this year is the dragon year or the Chen year, and cross from the dragon is the dog. So this year is not the best year for animal sign of the dog to start important event. If there's a Chen as an earthly branch in the month or date, you should also avoid it if you are the dog sign. So the 180 degree is the basic rule. And there are many other more complicated compatibility, such as the 3 harmony or the 6 harmony. And depends on the event, we want to look at the major person involved. For example, if you are going to start a construction, you want to know the owner of the house or the apartment, and also the spouse, your husband or wife, and check the animal signs first and start to cross out the year, date, or month that's conflicting with you. And if you are going to select a day for starting construction, there's a very important day in the traditional Chinese calendar. It's called the Earth King Day or the Tu Wang Yong Shi Day. And those are the days we should avoid any construction, and especially starting the construction. And those days are located around 18 days before the 4 seasonal changing days. For example, the start of spring, start of summer, start of autumn, and start of the winter. Those 4 days you can find in the 24 solar turns or the 24 jie qi. You can find it in the traditional Chinese calendar or do a Google search, find it online, or you can look at my feng shui calendar book. We will have all the 24 solar turns. So totally, we only have 4 Earth King days in a year. The next Earth King Day is July 19th. That's around 18 days before the start of autumn, according to the 24 solar turns. And third reference you can look at is the 12 gods and the 24 stars. And we talked about the 12 gods before. It's also included in our 2024 Feng Shui calendar. There are 12 gods, and we start with establish, remove, for, balance, stable, execute, break in, danger, success, harvest, open, and close. So depends on the activity. You can pick the day by the suitable energy. For example, for starting construction, the first day, the Jian day, the establish, is a very auspicious day. And besides that one, the third day, the full, the fourth day, balance, the fifth day, stable, and the ninth day, success, the 10th day, harvest, and the 11th day, open. They are all suitable for construction. And one day we really need to avoid is number 7, the break-in day. This is generally an inauspicious day in the day selection. We try to avoid select this day for your important event. And another system is 28 stars. And that's a traditional Chinese astrology. There are 28 stars. Each direction includes 7 stars. So the total is 28. And each star has certain energy. So it's suitable for certain event. For both 12 gods and 28 stars, it will just keep repeat. And for the 12 stars, or the 建除十二神, the establish and removing gods, we have one extra day every month. That's before the first solar turn of the month. So if you see a repeat of the 12 gods, that's not a mistake. It's supposed to be that way. So the starting of the 12 god cycle will match the energy of the month. Because the 28 stars are more complicated, so I didn't put them in the book. But if you're interested, you can Google it or let me know so I can add it in the next year's Feng Shui calendar. And the number 4 is to check the direction of your house. And if you want to pick an auspicious day to start construction, it's important to check your direction of the house. We usually use the sitting direction. This is like checking your birth year and find the compatible and incompatible earthly branches. Each of the 24 directions or the 24 mountains have a specific chart. There will be compatible and incompatible directions and earthly branches. So that's another way to check the lucky direction. And this part can become complicated, so I didn't include that in the book either. And the more common way to look at the lucky and unlucky direction is by the year. At the beginning of each year, we talk about the Tai Sui direction. The Tai Sui is a yearly god, and that specific direction is the direction we should avoid the construction. And 180-degree cross from the Tai Sui direction is a Sui Po direction. We should also avoid that direction for construction. And another one is a Shan Sha direction, the 3 killings. And this year, 2024, it's in the south. So we try to avoid construction in the south. So those are more general directions we can avoid. The next method is to just look at the lucky and unlucky stars of each day. And because there are many, many stars in the traditional calendar, some are more important and some are smaller stars. So it's hard to list every stars in the Feng Shui calendar. But if you have access to a traditional calendar, you can check the lucky and unlucky stars and pick the days with more lucky stars and avoid the days with more unlucky stars. An example of the unlucky stars, such as a white tiger or the fire star or star related to knife and injury. And the lucky star include helpful people, the 3 harmony, Or we can also look at the special holidays or birthday of different gods. Those are typically considered auspicious. And the last tip is about the time of the day. There are many different methods to calculate that, but the general rule is to have the event starting in the morning, and the afternoon is still okay, but avoid nighttime because of too much yin energy. Because there are so many different methods, there will be some conflict information based on different systems. But in most feng shui calendar, they already show you auspicious and inauspicious activities of each day based on different methods. But when you are doing your own date selection, you can check your own birth year and your partner's birth year first and cross out the conflicting earthly branches. And also check the direction of your residence and avoid the construction in the inauspicious direction of that year, such as Tai Sui, Sui Po, and three killings. So that's the basic principle for date selection. And after you pick a lucky day for starting the construction, it's a good idea to have some type of ceremony. Usually we can set up some offering, including some type of fruit, flower, and sweets. And you can burn some incense or light up some candle and just pray for a successful activity. And that should ensure the success of your project and receiving all the blessings and good luck. I hope you find this interesting. Thank you so much for watching today and see you next time.